Okay, guys. So two games were played tonight that could prove pivotal for the 2012-13 NCAA basketball season. Uh, and one of them is Michigan and Michigan State, and then the others Kentucky and Florida. Uh, Michigan and Michigan State, they both played, well, first let's go over Kentucky. Kentucky played Florida. I have Florida number 3 in my poll currently. Well, 7 in the AP, I believe. And they beat Kentucky pretty big. Hold on. Yeah, they beat Kentucky pretty big, 69-52. And Florida continues to be in control of the SEC. I fully believe that Florida will easily win the SEC this year. They should. And at least get a number 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. But anyway, in the game, that wasn't the big story of the game, Florida winning. The big story is Noel going down with a knee injury, and this could very well affect Kentucky immensely the rest of the season. It could very well affect if they get into the NCAA tournament or not. Noel is really good because he leads the country in blocks for one. And I think Kentucky is because of him, Kentucky's in the top 3, maybe even leading the country in blocks. And when you have a big guy like that up front, just like last year, they had Tony Davis. But when you have a big guy up front like that, it really helps out your defense. And it causes teams to change the whole shot, the trajectory of those shots and stuff, just all kinds of crazy stuff. It's really going to help Kentucky if he's out. It didn't look good, and even though I'm an Indiana fan, and I do have a love-hate relationship with Kentucky. I mean, I hate them, but I love them, it's crazy. But, I hope nothing but the best for Noel. I have the utmost respect for any student athlete, no matter who they play for. And I love, I think Noel's a good player. Only seems like a good student athlete, just a good person. So I never like to see injuries, no matter who it is. So, and then the other game, this is surprising, Michigan and Michigan State. The thing is with this is the first time, and I was in shock when I heard this, ESPN said it, the first time Michigan and Michigan State has met with both teams being in the top 10 rankings. So that was crazy, but Michigan State ended up winning 75-52, and this is a pretty significant Big Ten game. This very well could have a pretty big impact on how the Big Ten pans out, and could have a big impact on who actually wins the Big Ten regular season title. This put Michigan at 8-4, and Indiana's 9-2. Michigan State's 10-2. Wisconsin's 8-3. So this puts Michigan down to number 4 in the Big Ten, 2 games behind Indiana. This really helps Indiana out. It just further puts Indiana's fate in the Big Ten season in their hands. They've already beat Michigan. But here's the thing. Down the stretch, starting February 19th, I believe Indiana plays at Michigan State February 19th, which is a week from today. Okay, but starting February 19th, Indiana has a very difficult schedule to finish the season. I mean, they have to play at Michigan State. They have a home game against Ohio State. They beat Ohio State Sunday at Ohio State, but they have to play Ohio State at home. They have to play at Michigan State, and they have to play at Michigan, and they have to play at Wisconsin, who is currently in third place in the Big Ten, and we lost him. I believe we have to play at Minnesota still. So I don't know. I mean, it's looking. Indiana has a difficult stretch, so Michigan shouldn't panic, and Indiana shouldn't be too relaxed. The thing that's really surprising, Michigan State's doing a really good job staying up front. I mean, just hanging in there. I mean, and I said at the beginning of the season, Michigan State is much better than what, people think, and they always are. And as the season goes on, as those teams get better, okay, and so it's going to be a tough stretch for Indiana down the road. I mean, we play tomorrow night versus Nebraska. We should win that game easily. It's an Assembly Hall in Bloomington. Should be a nice game, just hopefully Prey can get minutes, and maybe Jolkins, but I think Indiana should use this game to improve themselves, But anyway, I mean, Wisconsin, they're staying right in it. 8-3, 17-7. Ohio State, even though they've lost a couple games, they ain't. I think they're much better than what people think. But it is kind of disappointing how they've played of late. Thank God we beat them though. And Ohio State is a team that I could see them being a much better team in 4 weeks. They could be a really dangerous team. I could see them. I mean, I've seen it through the years. Teams like Ohio State kind of falling down a little bit, and they're good, and then at the end of the season, nobody wants to play them. And I tell you, Ohio State does have a good team, and I don't know. Right now, I'll say the Big Ten's definitely going to put 6 teams in the tournament. But the Big Ten is interesting. It is. It's, but man, those teams like Illinois, they're 17-8, but we're on 7 in the Big Ten, and they beat us, Indiana. So that's a huge signature win to put on the resume, and even though they're 4-7, that kind of puts them close to the bubble. So I don't know. But anyway, so tomorrow Indiana plays Nebraska. I probably will not break it down or talk about it till Thursday. Tomorrow I'll probably do the Lady Viking Legend video. Include that in my vlog. It is Indiana High School basketball tournament time. I'm very excited. I have a lot of plans this weekend. Possibly, if I can, I wouldn't mind doing, like I talked about before in a previous vlog, I'd like to put in the 2011 Huntington North Regional Championship game. Homestead was playing, I don't know who I think South Bend somebody maybe, I don't know. But Homestead was in it. It was a pretty good game. And then I have the state tournament footage from Fort Wayne. I think it was the 2011 state championship, but the Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Probably include some of that. Some point, maybe not now, but in a week or so. The Huntington North Viking boys sectional this year, that's getting close, and I plan on including some of them games in vlogs a little bit. But high school basketball in Indiana is exciting, and I get into that almost as much as college basketball. I love it, and it's this time of year I get my Hoosiers, my all-time favorite movie, Hoosiers, and I play it on my TV quite a bit when I'm not watching basketball. Before I forget, I have watched, Casual Game Lead. He's a Kentucky YouTuber. Kentucky's #1 YouTube fan. And it's weird because I have a love-hate relationship with Kentucky basketball. Kind of the same thing with Casual Game Lead. I do like him. It's weird, but at the same time, I think some of his comments and stuff is just crazy. But anyway, he said nobody has watched as much basketball as him. Any of his viewers? Well, I have news for you. He said he's watched 150 games. I bet I have watched 150 games this year, too. And see, I DVR, like I use games and maybe a couple other significant games, and I watch them over and over. I study film much like you would if you was an assistant coach, and which I plan on being. But as far as me labeling myself as Indiana's #1 YouTube fan, I don't ever want to do that. For one, Hoosier Liz is awesome. Oh, she's just awesome. But I consider myself a student of the game. I mean, I'm a fan too, but I'm a student of the game, and I don't plan on just being a fan. I never have been. I'm involved in the game of basketball. I coach, and it is a passion of mine to be an assistant coach soon, and possibly a head coach of a Division I school in the future. So I've put my whole life into it, and basketball, I love basketball. I do like Casual Game Lead though. He does crack me up, and he did do a top 5 of who had the biggest chance of winning the national championship this year. And he had a red hat on, Indiana colors. I couldn't believe it. And then he had Indiana, he had Notre Dame, and Butler. 3 of his top 5 was an Indiana school. So that was pretty awesome. I'm pretty proud of him for that. But yeah, and other than that, tomorrow look for the Lady Viking Legend vlog. I think I'm gonna try to do that just in time for regionals. So until tomorrow, I hope everybody has a good night. Peace.